Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So this what I'm going to explain is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada says this is a PhD in philosophical understanding of absolute truth. So there, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami glorifies all the personalities like Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. So he's glorifying Panchatattva. All goes to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All goes to Lord Nityananda. All goes to Advaita Acharya. And all goes to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he's glorifying before he recites Chaitanya Charitamrita. So there's a fifth chapter which describes about the glories of Lord Nityananda. So in that, the first verse, what he recites is Vande Anantadbhuta Ishwaryam Shri Nityanandam Ishwaram Yasya Ichaya Tatswarupam Ajnanapi Nirupate. So he's saying that by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, even an ignorant fool can understand the highest philosophical truth, can understand about the absolute truth, who is the summum bonum of all incarnation. So here he says, let me offer my obeisances to Lord Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his identity. So, to understand about Lord Nityananda, you have to understand how this whole cosmic manifestation came into existence and how this creation has happened. I can just explain in this way. Like many of us in India, we sleep at the top terrace, right? We keep our mat. Especially in villages, you'll see a beautiful view. The sky will be very clear. You'll see stars, luminaries. There's a constellation like Saptarishis and all. Any philosophical mind will think something should be there, right? Just like this planet Earth is rotating. So this whole cosmic manifestation, there's activity going on, constant activity. So we'll always wonder something should be there. There's something happening there. So now question comes, what is the cause? Why it is happening? And what is the cause of all this manifestation? So modern theory explains like some junk was exploded. They call it as Big Bang theory. So where there's a junk, they came together and it just exploded, and then the creation started. But there's always a question, why this junk came together or why this got exploded. So they don't have answer to that. And there's many theories. And that theories always change every 5 years, or I think so nowadays is every 1 year or 6 months. They have different theories. And they have big technological devices. Like now there's a NASA's big device called James Webb, right? It's a satellite or it's a big telescope which can go penetrate and see this whole massive cosmic manifestation. And they are bewildered seeing so much. And they don't have any detail of that. So what's happening is like a bewilderment for them, complete bewilderment. On the contracts, or on the other side, if you see the Vedic way of explanation, it is very clear, very systematically it is explained. It's like Bhagavatam, it starts with first verse, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadyasya Yatha Anvayat Itarascha Arteshu Abhignyaswarat. So it explains Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. The Vyasadeva, who has compiled all the 4 Vedas and written many literatures, at the end of his mature time, he has compiled Bhagavatam, and which is a complete glorification of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So in that, he's directly pointing out the absolute truth. He's saying he's a Vasudevaya, he's a son of Vasudeva, he's a son of Devaki. And what is his name? Krishna. And he further delineates that who is that Krishna? He is the cause of all creation, sustenance, and maintenance, and destructions. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all living entities. He knows our past, present, and future. So he's giving detailed information. So Vedic Vedas or Vedic understanding has clear definition how this creation has happened. So in that context, we'll explain how Lord Nityananda is very related, how his expansion is many varieties of expansion. So Lord Krishna expands into two forms. So this tattva is very important and we have to very carefully hear and understand. So Lord Krishna expands into two forms. In Veda, it is called Eko Bhusha. So the same one Lord Krishna, he expands. That's the reason we all living entities are there, or else there is no point. So he expands into two forms. What are those? Sovamsha. One is own expansion, and other is called Vibhinamsha. So Swamsha expansion, they have unlimited potency. And Balarama is this first expansion. And Vibhinamsha, we living entities, are limited potency. Means we have very limited potency. We are born with many limitations. Whereas Swamsha, expansion of the Lord, there is no limitation for them. They have unlimited potency. And Balarama is the first expansion of Lord Krishna. So Lord expands into Balarama. So Lord has expanded into Balarama. Balarama further expands into Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. So I'm just, because of shortage of time, I'm just condensing all this information. It's very clearly defined in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you all can have time, please read that 5th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, which explains about glories of Lord Nityananda. So Lord expands into Balarama, and then further he expands into Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna. So this Sankarshana, he further expands. And he is the cause of all this manifestation, both spiritual and material. The spiritual world is I can say 75% of this whole creation, and whereas this material world is just 25%. Prabhupada explains that this is like a prison house. This material world is like a prison house where we are all bound with limitations. We're not free. We're bound with birth, death, old age, and disease. Cannot come out. It's very tough. We are bound with three potencies of the Lord, like Adhyatmic, means three problems of life, like Adhyatmic Klesha, Adi Bautik, Adi Devik. So further, it is explained. So I'll explain you each what are these 5 expansions. Further, this Sankarshana or this Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. So this Sankarshana is called Mahasankarshana. He expands into 5 forms. And that is, they are Mahasankarshana. Then it expands to Karanodaka Shai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu, and Shirodaka Shai Vishnu. And further, one more expansion is called Lord Ananta Shesha. So yesterday we had Ramanujacharya's appearance day. So that Lord disappearance day, sorry. So in Lord Ananta is an incarnation of Miss Ramanujacharya was an incarnation of Lord Ananta. So he used to debate and defeat many people. So Lord Ananta, he serves Lord Krishna. So you have seen, no? Tiruchi, this Ranganatha Swami temple. So their Lord is sleeping in that bed of snake, that Ananta. So he is responsible for personal service to the Lord. Whereas the 4 above, like Mahasankarshana, Karanodakashai Vishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu, Shirodakashai Vishnu, they are responsible for creation, maintenance, and destruction of this whole cosmic manifestation. So I'll explain. So Mahasankarshana, he resides in the Vaikuntha planet. And usually this all potencies are spiritual. There's no connection between matter and spiritual. In fact, this creation happens like there's a Lord glances this matter, then it gets activated. So this big gigantic universe, there are unlimited manifestations are there. So Lord glances. So that glance is the place where glance is that element which makes all living entity active. So all the living entities are in the Mahasankarshana. Since we are all spiritual living entities, we are like eternal living entities. So just by the glance of the Mahavishnu, this whole creation takes place. There are a few things like which I want to explain is like there are some called as liberated devotees or eternally liberated souls. So they reside in the Vaikuntha planets. So there are two things like one is called spiritual world, one is called material world. So the spiritual world, there are unlimited Vaikuntha planets. The topmost is the Goloka Dham, then comes Dwarika, Mathura, then Ayodhya, then there is many other. This is 75% of this whole creation. So there are unlimited Vaikuntha planets where Lord resides and their devotees serve them. But there are few devotees like we are like independent. We could not tolerate that Lord is getting such a opulence and all. And there's a factor called envy, ego, that all comes in picture. So that's the reason Lord says, okay, there's a separate word for you all. You want to manifest that? There's a material word for you. And in this material world, there are many manifestations as like Karanodakashai Vishnu, Shirodakashai Vishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu. So this Lord, this Karanodakashai Vishnu, is the total sum of all this material manifestation. So he glances this material energy and there is a manifestation which takes place. Like Lord is like his breathing, he just by his exhale or inhale of breathing, many millions of universes are created and annihilated. So we are that small spark of that time. And the Lord, Karanodakashai Vishnu, further expands, has Garbhodakashai Vishnu. So there's a big ocean where Lord Mahavishnu is lying down, and there's unlimited universes are coming out just by his breathing. And in that breathing, there's like a small bubble forms, like a foam, it forms. So in that, there is one more form of the Lord which enters, which is called Garbhodakashai Vishnu. And that is the resting place of all these universes, these planetary systems. There are 14 planetary systems, Bhur, Bhua, Swa, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satya. And there is a lower planetary system, which are called Atala, Tala, 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 Sutala, Vitala, Nitala. There are 7 lower planetary systems and 7 higher planetary systems. So we are in the middle. We are in the Bhuloka. They are called as Mrityu Loka. Swar, Bhur, Bhua. The 3 are called as Mrityu Loka. So this all manifestation is a potency of Lord Nityananda. He is the cause of all this manifestation. So in that Garbhodakashai Vishnu, he lies down, and from his navel sprouts a lotus. You've seen the videos, right? It is called as Paravyoma. There's explains about Paravyoma. It's a whole manifestation. So Lord Garbhodakashai, he lies down. From there, a lotus is sprouted. And that is the resting place of Lord Brahma. And that is the place where this all planetary systems are situated. And further, the living entity to get activated, there is a Shirodakashai Vishnu, one more incarnation of the Lord, which enters each and every living entities. And that's the reason we are all active and we can do many activities. So this Shirodakashai Vishnu, if he departs, then we are dead. There's no cause, and there's no option that we can survive. Because he is one who is responsible for our animation of the body. Even Bhagavad Gita says, no, natve vaham jatu nasham, natvam ne me janadipa, nachayam na bhuvishyamaha, sarve vayam atha param. So we are living entities. First important principle, we should understand that we are eternal. It's not that we are, we'll die. No, we are eternal. After death, there is something else for us. And before our birth, we were something else. So we are eternal living entities. So this all manifestation is all because of Lord Nityananda. So now we'll understand his different manifestation, like where he was born and what type of activities he had done. So Lord Nityananda appeared in Ekachakra Dham. This is a place in West Bengal. There's a beautiful pastime of this Ekachakra Dham. So there was a Kurukshetra war going on. And Arjuna and Bhishma, there was a constant fight. So previous day of that, Duryodhana told Lord, he just spoke with his grandfather Bhishma there, but you're not fighting so vigorously. It's like inserting him. Reason he says that because you're very affectionate towards your Pandavas, your grandson, so you're not showing that vigor. You're just like a small, you're just equi-balanced stage you're fighting. You're not showing your chivalrous act of killing. If you want, you can kill them, no doubt. But you're not, so much vigor is not coming out. So Bhishma becomes very angry and says, no, tomorrow I'll kill them. I'll just make 5 arrows, he had prepared 5 arrows. And he told this 5 arrows is sufficient to kill this Pandavas. So Duryodhana was a little doubtful that morning his mind may change. So he told, give me those 5 arrows. So he took that 5 arrows and he went to his camp. So Krishna knew that because Krishna is there in everyone's hand as Paramatma and he knew everything. So Krishna directed Arjuna that you go to Duryodhana's camp and get those 5 arrows. So those days, the war was not like modern warfare where your enemy is 24/7. Those days, there was, suppose sun rises, the war starts. Sun sets, there's the end of war. And they are like brothers and friends. Not that they carry that grudge in them always. No. So Arjuna went to his Duryodhana's camp and he requested. Miss Duryodhana was so pleased that he told, what do you want? You want kingdom? No, take it. I don't want. You take it. Whatever you want, you take it. But Arjuna said that, no, I'm not interested in that. I want those 5 arrows. Duryodhana said, okay, take. And he gave. So morning, Bhishma Deva, he requested, give me those 5 arrows so that I can fight and kill these 5 Pandavas. Duryodhana said, I gave them to Arjuna. Bhishma understood, oh, this is Krishna's plan. Then he fought like anything that day. It was so chivalrous fight that Arjuna was in the verge of dying. He was about to die. And his chariot was broken and all is lying. Arjuna even his Gandiva, everything was fallen. So now Arjuna is on the verge of death. Krishna immediately lifts that chariot, wheel of the chariot, and is about to kill Bhishma. And Bhishma, in his chivalrous spirit, he releases arrow towards Krishna, and Krishna's body is placed with blood. Acharyas describe that it's like just offering of flowers by Bhishma Deva to Krishna. And Krishna releases that wheel, and that wheel lands in this place. Krishna does not miss Krishna, his devotee. Bhishma is his pure devotee, but if he wanted, he would have killed him. Krishna wanted Bhishma, Krishna wanted Bhishma, wanted to kill him, he would have killed him, but he misses that wheel, and that wheel lands in this place. That's the reason this place name is called Ekachakra Dham. So it falls in that Ekachakra Dham. Eka means the one, Chakra means wheel. So it falls there. And so that place is called Ekachakra Dham. So Lord Nityananda appeared in that Dham. And he appeared in the year. He appeared in the year 1473. Uh, and he had many different childhood pastimes. So Lord Nityananda used to play like a, he used to perform the Lord Krishna's Leelas, Lord Rama's Leelas among his friends. And he stayed for 12 years in that village. So he used to revive all his pastimes, like all killing of Bakasura, Dhenukasura. So he used to play with all his friends. And in that way, he used to pass his days. He loved to constantly enact the pastimes of Krishna and Lord Rama with his boyhood friends. He would spend the first 12 years enacting these kinds of pastimes. So Lord Krishna was what form of Lord Krishna appeared like Shama color, right? It's like a bluish cloud. Whereas Lord Balarama was white, like a clear cloud, which whitish in the color. And same Lord Nityananda, he was also like fair complexion. He was white. Whereas Lord Chaitanya was in like a golden complexion. So Lord Nityananda had performed various pastimes. The main pastime was Lord Nityananda spreading the holy name of Lord Krishna. There's a beautiful song written by all Vaishnava acharyas and all. So it's like a Namahanta. So Lord Nityananda's main mercy is that you not see any qualification. Whoever may be his candidate. Suppose you are the most sinful, you are the most qualified. Because there's a verse where it says, Prema Matta Hoya. So he was intoxicated with the love of Lord Godhead Krishna, but he did not see any qualification in anyone. You are sinful, you are the most qualified. So there's a beautiful example of this. When Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they used to preach in the Nadia Gaon. They used to preach in the village. They used to go each and every house and knock the door. And they used to humbly request each and everyone, please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So they used to go each and every house. So one fine day, they went to they were in a marketplace, a big market, and there were two personalities. Their name was Jagai and Madai. And they were the most sinful. They were woman hunter, they were meat eater, they used to spoil the whole market, they used to beat everyone. So Lord Nityananda, he just passed by and he asked, who are these two personalities? And the passerby told them that these are the most sinful persons. Their name is Jagai and Madai. They are born of most high-class family called Brahmanas. But they have become due to bad association. This association is the most dangerous things. We always have a choice where to associate, either to associate with like-minded people or bad association. Just by associating with a bad element, we acquire that qualities. Like the person who is associated with drunkard, obviously one day he'll also become a drunkard. So this Nityananda Prabhu inquired from that passerby and he said they are the most sinful and all. Then Nityananda Prabhu thought, if I liberate these people, then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glory will be magnified, will be glorified. So what he does is, next day, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas, both of them go to the same marketplace and they request these two brothers, O Jagai and Madai, please chant this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But they are very sinful. And they said, hey, get lost from here. We are not interested. And they just kick them out. It's just, they are behind them. Like, means they are chasing both of them, Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu tries once again, like devotees many a times they try, going each and every house for distributing books and all. So next day they tried thought, okay, we'll try and one more time. So next day also they go. And next day also these two brothers chases both of them with stick in their hand. They are chasing both Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas. They are running, running, running. What has to be done? So this repeats for many times. So one fine day, these both brothers got frustrated. And when Nityananda Prabhu was humbly approaching once again that please chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So this time, one of the brother, Jagai, he hit with a stone to Lord Nityananda. And there was blood coming out. And Lord Nityananda did not protest. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got to know about that my associates has been struck by a stone or is hit by this sinful person like Jagai and Madai. So he became very furious and he came to that place and he's about to invoke Sudarshana Chakra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna's avatar, his incarnation of Krishna, his Lord Krishna himself. So he immediately invoked Sudarshana Chakra to kill these two personalities. But Nityananda Prabhu was very merciful. He just holded leg of Lord Chaitanya and he requested, no, you should not kill these two personalities. Because that is not your purpose of adventing in this age. So in that way, Nityananda Prabhu saved these two personalities. And seeing that meek and humbleness, Jagai and Madai, their heart got transformed. And just fall at the feet of Lord Nityananda and requested pardon. And Nityananda Prabhu was very merciful. He told, you have to chant this holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this, and he requested one most important thing, that from now onwards, you should stop all your sinful activities. He put one condition. You chant this holy name, but you have to stop all the sinful activities. Then everything will be taken care. Krishna will take care of that. Don't worry. Don't consider your previous data. Just chant this holy name, and from future onwards, stop doing all the sinful activities. Or nowadays, just from now onwards, stop all your sinful activities. And these two devotees, they became great devotees. So that's the glory of Lord Nityananda. He does not see any qualification. He's sinful or he's not sinful. He does not see all those things. He's intoxicated in love of Godhead. And anyone comes, he just gives that mercy. So we should all remember this pastime of Lord Nityananda and reflect in our own life how we can improve ourselves. How can we take this holy name? There's a beautiful prayer which we chant before we offer obeisances. Nityanandam aham namni. All can repeat after me. Nityanandam aham namni. Sarvananda karam param. Harinama pradam devam. Avaduta shiromani. So this Lord Nityananda is the topmost of incarnation and who has come just to deliver all the sinful people of this age just by granting them this Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I'll request all of you to welcome Lord Nityananda on the auspicious day of Nityananda Tiryodashi, this one, Wednesday. So I'll just have a recap of what we spoke. We spoke about Lord Nityananda, who is the incarnation of all the luminaries, all the material world and spiritual world. He's the one who is the cause of all this manifestation. So he expands, like Lord Krishna expands into two forms, Swamsha and Vibhinamsha. Swamsha expansions are his own potency, which has unlimited potency. Whereas Vibhinamsha, we living entities, we have limited potency. Means we have limitations are there. It's like I cannot see what's happening outside of this window. Whereas the Swamsha expansion, the Supreme Lord, who has expanded himself, has unlimited potency. And Lord Nityananda expands into 5 different forms. Like there's a quadruple expansion. Lord Krishna expands into Balarama. And further, it expands into 4 forms like Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. So these all are manifestation from the spiritual world. And further, there is expansion from Sankarshana. There's a further expansion of Mahasankarshana, Garbhodakashai Vishnu, Karanadakashai Vishnu, Shirudakashai Vishnu, and Lord Shesha. So this Karanadakashai Vishnu, who means he's lying in the causal ocean, and by his breathing and exhalation, means in a breathing, many unlimited universes are generating and they are coming out, they are going out. And he's the cause of all this manifestation. And by his glance, this whole material manifestation gets activated, which is dull matter, it gets activated. So this Mahavishnu is further expanded into Garbhodakashai Vishnu, which enters the whole each universe. You have seen that Lord residing in the Ranganatha, like who is residing in a snake bed. From Lord Garbhodakashai Vishnu sprouts a lotus stem, and which is the place of Lord Brahma's creation. So Lord Brahma is born in that. And that stem, you have seen that stem, right? Top is the lotus stem, and there's a stem. The stem is the cause of all this planetary system, the 7 higher planet system and 7 lower planetary system. And further, Lord expands as Shirodakashai Vishnu, which enters each and every living entities. And that's the reason we are all active. There's some principle of activity which goes on. And this all is the expansion of Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda further expands into Lord Ananta. And Lord Ananta is responsible for serving the Lord. He is taking care of serving the Lord, personal service to the Lord. And Lord Ananta, he has unlimited hoods, like thousands of hoods. It's like a snake, gigantic snake. And that thousands of hood, they are serving Lord Vishnu. And this all are the different pastimes of the Lord. And Lord Nityananda, there are many other pastimes. Like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was blessed by Lord Nityananda. In fact, we are directed by 2 personalities. One is called the external spiritual master, and there is an internal spiritual master, Chaitya Guru. So this Lord Nityananda is a Adi Guru, is the first spiritual master. Like Shirodakashai Vishnu, if suppose we have some spiritual inclination, the Lord within us directs us. He gives a proper direction. Like Narada Muni, I can say like Dhruva Maharaj, when he wanted to search out the Supreme Lord, he was guided by his mother that Lord can provide you unlimited things. This Dhruva Maharaj was behind some material opulence. He wanted some bigger kingdom than his father, because his father did not respect him. He was too much inclined towards his another mother, means another wife. So Dhruva Maharaj was very disturbed that he was not given a chance to sit on the father's lap because his stepbrother, his brother was seated. So Dhruva Maharaj, Mother Suniti, she guides him that I cannot do anything. Supreme Lord only can do something for you. So this Dhruva Maharaj asks his mother that where is Supreme Lord? And she says that I remember from the instructions of the sages that he stays in the forest or he is in the forest. So Dhruva Maharaj proceeds towards the forest. So at that time, seeing his inclination, so Supreme Lord guides him. So at that time, Narada Muni appears just to test how Dhruva Maharaj is so much determined to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Lord is guiding us internally and externally. Externally as spiritual master like Prabhupada, by giving us directions, books, by his personal instructions, by his organization. So he's guiding us in different ways. So Lord Nityananda is a manifestation of spiritual master, his potencies, energies. So we should take advantage of that. So that's the most important thing. We should not have all this unwanted things in our heart, like envy, grudge. Lord Nityananda says that this Shraddha, this faith, is the most important aspect, and that humbleness. Uh, Even in Bhagavatam, when sages Suta Goswami was selected as an esteemed speaker, so they say that you are Singdasya, or you are very humble, and you have learned from your previous spiritual master, and you have gone through proper studies. So that meek and humbleness is very most important aspect in understanding spiritual truth, or is it cannot go in our heart, that cannot penetrate us. So Lord Nityananda is the most merciful incarnation, and we have to take most best advantage or best utilization of this moment. And we have to chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra very sincerely. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu used to preach in every village and town, every house and village. Every house he used to go and request everyone. And he used to request in very humble way. He used to fall at their feet and he used to say, "Oh, please, I beg something from you. Please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." So with that, I'll stop today's conversation. I request everyone to please come on Wednesday and experience the most beautiful Abhishekam of Lord Nityananda and takes his mercy. So any questions, anything anyone has?
I have one question. So tomorrow also will be the same session like today, or will be different session?
It will be same glorification of Lord Nityananda. So it will be there.
So we have one. So today's session will be tomorrow.
There will continuation. There will be further glorification of Lord Nityananda, and the last day, Stan Prabhu will explain further more details of how to receive Lord's mercy, how to welcome Lord in those auspicious days. So with that, I'll stop. Hare.
How did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu
Came together?
fit in all each other?
So one is, it's very nicely described in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Lord Nityananda Prabhu, I just forgot few things, like his mother name was, his father name was Hadai Pandit, and his mother name was Padmavati Devi. So he was 12 years, they were at home. And one fine day, one sannyasi had come, and he requested, please give me your boy so that I can take him as an assistant and travel all the places. So Nityananda Prabhu was very happy that I'll have an opportunity of traveling all the places. So he starts traveling. So after he serves that sannyasi and he is on his own. So he travels to the place where Lord Chaitanya was residing, Navdeep. So he was, and that time there's a beautiful description of how he meets Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. So there's there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita very nicely. You can read. So that time they meet together, and there's an ecstatic form. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very eager to receive Lord Nityananda because he knew that Lord Nityananda would spread this holy name all over the Bengal and all. So he was very eager and very patiently waiting when Lord Nityananda will come. So there are many beautiful pastimes, like there's a Chidadei Mahotsav, there's a festival of Chidadei. So that comes in July and that time. So that's pastimes explains about how Raghunath Das Goswami was a son of very rich Jamindar, and how he took shelter of Lord Nityananda, and by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, he got a chance, he got a shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in fact, we all devotees who come to Krishna consciousness is because of the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Because we don't have any credit. The credit is not there. We lack that credit of piety. So it's all bestowed by Prabhupada, Parampara Acharya, Lord Nityananda. Through that we come to this Krishna consciousness movement. And this most best journey, and this is the most highest philosophy you can find in the whole world. There's no philosophy beyond that. It talks about every aspect of spiritual life. So with that, I'll end today. Nityananda Mahaprabhu ki jai, Nityananda Triyodashi ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.